I'm behind the counter at Brew Haven, a small coffee shop in downtown Seattle, the air filled with the smell of coffee. The espresso machine hissing as I pour almond milk into a latte, my hands shaky, my eyes darting to the door every time the bell rings, terrified it might be Derek coming to break up with me. The shop is cozy, with wooden tables, fairy lights on the walls, and a chalkboard menu listing pumpkin spice specials. A couple in the corner shares a cinnamon roll, their laughter making my chest ache, a reminder of the mess I'm in. My name's Kaitlyn, I'm 28, a barista barely getting by on tips, and I'm scared because Derek, my boyfriend of 2 years, a 30-year-old lawyer with a fancy office, told me last night he needs space. That word, space, feels like a punch to the gut, a sign I'm not good enough for him, a fear I can't shake. Derek and I met here at Brew Haven 2 years ago on a rainy April afternoon. I was wiping down the counter when he walked in, his suit a little wet, his hair messy from the wind. He ordered a coffee, can you make it quick? I've got a deposition in 20, sharp but not rude. I nodded, my coming right up a bit too eager, and as I handed him his cup, he smiled, you're good at this. How long have you been here? Making me blush. I told him I'd been working there a couple of years, and he left his business card with a note. Call me if you need a lawyer or a coffee date. I called him the next day, and that's how we started, a relationship I thought would last forever. He was everything I wasn't, successful, driven, always knowing what he wanted, while I was struggling to pay rent. But we worked. He'd bring me takeout during late shifts, his "you work too hard" Kaitlyn making me feel cared for, a comfort I needed, a happiness I held on to. We spend weekends at his apartment in Belltown, watching true crime shows, his arms around me as we laughed and talked, a love I thought was solid, a future I thought was ours. I remember one night, about 6 months into our relationship, when we were sitting on his couch, a pizza box open on the coffee table, and he looked at me, "I think I'm falling for you, Kaitlyn," a quiet confession that made my heart race, a moment that made me feel safe, a memory I've clung to ever since. I thought we were building something real, something lasting, something I could count on, but now it's all slipping away, and I don't know how to stop it. Lately, things have been falling apart. Derek, been distant, "I'm just busy with work," Kaitlyn, an excuse I don't fully believe, his texts short and cold, his late nights at the office stretching into mornings. Last night he came to my tiny apartment in Capitol Hill, the walls peeling, the radiator loud, my old couch creaking under him, and he said it. "I think we need a break. I can't keep pretending this is working." His words hit me hard, my "what do you mean, a break?" A desperate question, my voice shaky, my heart racing. He sighed, "You're great, Kaitlyn, but I need someone who's on my level. Financially, emotionally, everything, a truth that hurt, a rejection that broke me." I felt my throat tighten, my hands gripping the couch, tears burning my eyes as I begged, "You can't mean that, Derek. We've been through so much," a plea he didn't answer. "I'm sorry," Kaitlyn, a goodbye that left me empty. I sat there after he left, the silence in my apartment deafening, the weight of his words crushing me, the fear of losing him making it hard to breathe, the thought of being alone again something I couldn't face. I stayed up all night, staring at his last text. "I'll call you tomorrow." A promise I didn't believe, a hope I couldn't hold on to. I looked through our photos, his smile at Pike Place Market, my laugh at the aquarium, our hands together at a Mariners game, and I knew I couldn't lose him. I thought about all the times he'd made me feel special, like the day he surprised me with a picnic at Gasworks Park, the sun warm on our faces, "I just wanted to see you smile, Kaitlyn," a moment that felt perfect, a moment I wanted to hold on to forever. But now he was pulling away, and I felt so helpless, so scared, so desperate to keep him. That's when I got the idea, a desperate, stupid plan born from panic, driven by fear, fueled by love. I'd tell him I was pregnant. It would make him stay, give us a reason to be together, show him I was enough. I had an old pregnancy test in a drawer, a negative one from months ago, a leftover from a scare that never happened, something I could use, something I could twist. I held it in my shaky hands, staring at the single line, my mind racing with how I'd make him believe it, how I'd keep him, how I'd fix this. I sat on my bed, the test in my lap, my heart pounding as I thought about what I was about to do, the lie I was about to tell, the risk I was about to take. I told myself it was the only way, that I had to do this to save us, that I couldn't let him go, but deep down, I knew it was wrong. A voice in my head whispering that this would backfire, that I was making a mistake, that I was setting myself up for more pain. The next morning, I texted him to meet me at the coffee shop after my shift. "We need to talk, it's important," a message I knew he'd respond to. He showed up at 6 p.m., the shop quiet, the rain tapping on the windows, his navy suit neat, his "What's going on, Kaitlyn?" A question I was ready to answer with a lie. I took a deep breath, my hands gripping the counter, my voice trembling as I said, "I'm pregnant, Derek, I found out yesterday." I felt my stomach twist as the words left my mouth, a mix of fear and guilt washing over me, my heart racing as I watched his face, wondering if he'd see through me, if he'd know I was lying, if he'd walk away right then and there. His eyes widened. His "Are you serious?" A mix of shock and something else. Maybe hope, maybe fear, I couldn't tell, but it was enough. A chance I could grab, a way to keep him. He sat down at a table by the window, running his hands through his hair. His "This changes everything," Kaitlyn, a statement I clung to, a hope I needed. He looked at me, his "We need to make this work for the baby," a commitment I didn't expect, a pressure I wasn't ready for. My heart sank, I don't know, Derek, it's so soon, a way to stall, a way to buy time, a way to keep this going. He frowned, his "What do you mean?" "We're having a kid, Kaitlyn," a reminder of the lie I'd told, a mess I'd made, a hole I'd dug. I felt a wave of guilt wash over me, the weight of my lie pressing down, the fear of getting caught creeping in, but I pushed it down, telling myself I could handle this, that I could make it work, that I had to make it work. I spent the next few weeks avoiding his questions. "I just need time to process, Derek," a line I used often. "I haven't been to the doctor yet," a lie I stuck to. "I'm just so tired," an excuse I leaned on. He was sweet, bringing me prenatal vitamins, his "You need to take care of yourself, Kaitlyn," a kindness I didn't deserve, a care I couldn't accept. I thought I could keep this up, "He'll never find out," a lie I told myself, a hope I'd pay for. But lies always catch up, breaking everything you thought you could hold on to, ruining everything you thought you could keep. It's a cold November evening, and I'm sitting on the couch in Derek's apartment in Belltown, the city lights visible through the windows, the air smelling of the Thai takeout he ordered, my hands playing with the hem of my sweater, my heart racing with guilt and fear, my mind stuck on the lies I've told, the secrets I've kept. The apartment is modern, with a glass coffee table, a lamp in the corner, a stack of legal papers on the counter, a photo of us at Lake Union on the shelf, a reminder of a love I'm trying to save, a relationship I'm lying to hold on to, a future I'm risking with every word. A bottle of soy sauce sits on the table, its label peeling, a small thing that feels like my life, coming apart, falling to pieces, breaking under pressure. Derek has been different since I told him I was pregnant. His "How are you feeling today, Kaitlyn?" A question I hate, a question I can't answer honestly, a question I can't face. He's been making plans, his "We should start looking at baby names," a suggestion that makes my stomach twist, his "I found a good doctor for you," a gesture that makes me nervous, his "We need to set a wedding date," a pressure I can't handle, a weight I can't carry. I've been stalling, "I'm just not ready to plan yet, Derek," a line I've perfected, "I've been too nauseous to think about it," a lie I've used, "Let's wait a bit," an excuse I've relied on. My hands get sweaty, my mind racing to keep up with the lie, my heart pounding as I imagine him figuring it out, his trust fatting, my whole world falling apart. Tonight, as we eat our pad thai and spring rolls, the rain tapping on the windows, I can feel the tension growing, the suspicion building, the truth getting closer. Derek puts his chopsticks down, his "Kaitlyn, we need to talk about the doctor," a statement that makes me freeze, a warning that makes my pulse race, a sign that makes me panic. I force a smile, "What do you mean, babe?" A way to hide, a way to pretend, a way to keep going. He looks at me, his blue eyes serious, his "You keep saying you'll go, but you haven't, it's been weeks." I'm worried, a concern I can't ignore, a doubt I can't push away, a fear I can't escape. My palms sweat, my mind scrambling for an excuse, my heart racing as I picture him seeing through me, his trust breaking, my lie coming undone. I feel my throat tighten, my stomach churning, the weight of his words making it hard to breathe. the fear of losing him mixing with the guilt of lying to him, a mess I don't know how to fix. I swallow hard. I've just been so busy with work, Derek, a lie I try to sell, a story I try to make believable, a defense I hope works. He frowns, "You're a barista, Kaitlyn. You can take a morning off for an appointment, a point I can't argue with, a push I can't avoid, a challenge I can't meet." I laugh, the sound fake, "I'll go next week, I promise, a promise I can't keep, a lie I can't back up." But he doesn't drop it, his and the wedding. You keep avoiding that too. What's going on with you? A question that traps me, a question that scares me, a question that shows my fear. He leans forward, "I noticed you didn't touch the prenatal vitamins I got you. They're still unopened on the counter, a discovery that makes my stomach drop, a truth that takes my breath away, a crack in my lie." He keeps going, "I'm starting to wonder if you're even taking this seriously, Kaitlyn. Are you sure you're okay?" A question that makes me feel cornered, a doubt that makes me panic, a sign he's getting too close to the truth. I feel my hands tremble, my mind racing for a way out, my heart pounding so loud I'm sure he can hear it, the fear of getting caught making me dizzy, the guilt of what I've done making me sick. My face goes pale. "I just need more time, Derek. You're pushing me too hard, a defense I try to use, a wall I try to build, a shield I can't keep up." He leans back, "I'm trying to do the right thing here, Kaitlyn. I thought you wanted this, us, the baby, a family, a reminder that makes my heart hurt, a truth that makes me feel guilty, a dream that makes my lie heavier." I stand up, "I do want it, I need to go to the bathroom, a lie I used to escape, a way to get out, a way to breathe." I lock myself in his bathroom, the counter cold under my hands, the mirror showing a woman I don't know, a person I don't like, a liar I've become. I splash water on my face, my hands shaking, my mind racing for a new lie, a new way to keep him, a new way to save myself. I think about how far I've gone with this lie, how I've let it spiral out of control, how I've trapped myself in a web I can't escape, how I've risked everything for a love I'm not even sure is real anymore, how I've become someone I never wanted to be, someone I can't even look at in the mirror. I think about my mom, years ago, after my dad left us, her "Don't ever let a man make you feel like you're not enough, Kaitlyn," a warning I ignored, a lesson I didn't learn. I remember sitting on the floor of our old apartment in Tacoma, watching her cry as she packed up my dad's things, her hands shaking, her voice breaking as she said, "I gave him everything, and it still wasn't enough." That memory makes me feel even worse, a reminder of why I'm so scared to lose Derek, why I'm lying to keep him, why I'm doing this. I think about all the times I've felt like I wasn't enough, the times I've been left behind, the times I've been hurt, and I realize that's why I'm so desperate to hold onto Derek, why I'm willing to lie, why I'm willing to risk everything to keep him from leaving me. I decide to lie again. I'll tell him I went to the doctor, a plan I make, a lie I need, a mistake I'll regret. I come back to the living room. I actually went to the doctor yesterday. I just didn't want to worry you, a story I hope he'll believe, a lie I hope he'll accept. He raises an eyebrow, his and, "What did they say?" A question I'm not ready for, a question I can't answer. I stammer, "My everything's fine, the baby's healthy," a lie I throw out, a story I struggle with. He nods, but I can see the doubt in his eyes, the suspicion in his face, the distance in his voice, the break in his trust, the crack in our relationship. I spend the next few days nervous, my phone buzzing with his texts. "Did you book the next appointment?" A pressure I can't handle, my shifts at Brew Haven a blur of mistakes and fake smiles, my nights full of worry and guilt, my life a mess waiting to fall apart, a lie waiting to be found out. It's a foggy Saturday night in December, and I'm at the Rusty Anchor, a dive bar in Fremont, the air heavy with the smell of beer and fried food. The jukebox playing an old Nirvana song, my hands holding a glass of whiskey, my heart racing with a mix of freedom and guilt, my mind trying to forget the lies I've told, the secrets I've kept. The bar is busy, neon signs glowing on the walls, a group of guys playing darts in the corner, the bartender cleaning the counter, my stool creaking as I take another sip, the whiskey burning my throat, a brief escape, a short relief, a distraction from my mess. A TV above the bar plays a football game, the crowds cheers a faint noise, a reminder of a world I've shut out, a life I've run from. I told Derek I was staying in tonight, feeling sick, I just need to rest, babe, a lie I thought was safe, a lie I thought would work. I needed a break from the pressure, from his questions, from the wedding plans, from the fake pregnancy, from the life I'd built on lies. I thought I could relax for one night, my no one will see me here, a hope I held on to, a hope I'd regret. But as I sit there, the whiskey in my hand, I can't stop the guilt, the fear that someone might see me, the worry that my lie might fall apart. I look around the bar, my eyes checking the faces, my mind thinking of the worst, Derek walking in, a friend spotting me, my secret getting out. I think about how I got here, how I let myself get so deep into this lie, how I thought I could handle it. I remember the first time I lied to Derek, the way my stomach twisted as I said the words, the way I felt a mix of relief and dread when he believed me, the way I knew even then that this wouldn't end well. I take another sip, I deserve this, a lie I tell myself, a lie I don't believe, my mind racing with thoughts of what I've done, what I'm risking, what I stand to lose if this all comes crashing down. I order my second drink when the door opens, and I freeze, my glass halfway to my lips, my breath catching, my pulse racing, my world falling apart. It's Lily, Derek's best friend from law school, a 29-year-old paralegal with a sharp tongue, her blonde hair in a messy bun, her Kaitlyn, what the hell are you doing here? A question that makes me panic, a shock that makes my heart race. She's standing there, her coat wet from the rain, you're supposed to be pregnant, why are you drinking whiskey? An accusation I can't avoid, a truth I can't hide. I stammer, I'm just having a soda, Lily, a lie I try to use, a lie I can't make work. She grabs the glass from my hand, this isn't soda, Kaitlyn, what's going on? A question I can't answer, a question I can't face. Her voice gets louder, you're putting a baby at risk. What kind of person are you? A judgment that hurts, a truth that stings, a blow that breaks me. I try to laugh it off, it's just one drink, it's not a big deal, a defense I try to use, a lie I can't keep up. But Lily's eyes narrow, Derek needs to know about this, a decision that makes my heart drop, a choice that makes me feel sick. She pulls out her phone, her fingers typing fast, please, Lily, don't tell him. It's not what you think, a desperate plea, a cry to stop her. I grab my coat, my hands shaking as I throw a 20 on the bar, I have to go, a panicked escape, a need to run, a need to get away. I stumble out into the foggy night, the rain soaking my jacket, my heart racing as I run down the street, my boots splashing in puddles, my breath short, my mind a mess of fear. Lily's words in my head, Derek's reaction coming, my lie falling apart, my life breaking. I keep running, my chest tight, my thoughts spinning, thinking about what's going to happen now, how Derek will react when he finds out, how I've ruined everything, how I've lost him for good. I stop a few blocks away, leaning against a street lamp, the rain dripping down my face, my tears mixing with the water, my heart heavy with the realization that I can't run from this, that I can't hide anymore, that I've made a mess I can't fix. I think about what I'll say to Derek, how I'll explain this, how I'll face him after this, knowing he'll never look at me the same way, knowing I've broken his trust, knowing I've lost him for good, the weight of my choices crashing down on me, the reality of my situation sinking in. The next morning, Derek shows up at my apartment, his face full of hurt and anger. Is it true, Kaitlyn? Were you drinking last night? A question that makes me freeze, a question that makes me panic. I try to explain, it was just one drink, Derek. I was stressed, a lie I try to use, a lie I can't make work. He shakes his head, I want you to take a pregnancy test. Right now, a demand I can't avoid, a demand I can't escape. My heart stops, you don't trust me. A question I hope will work, a way to stall, a way to save myself. But he pulls a test out of his bag, I need to know, Kaitlyn, a truth that hurts, a truth that breaks me. I take the test in the bathroom, my hands shaking, my tears falling, my lie out in the open, my world falling apart. The result is negative, of course, and when I show it to Derek, his face hardens, you lied to me, Kaitlyn. About everything, a truth I can't face, a truth I can't handle. He leaves, you'll hear from my lawyer, a threat I didn't expect, a shock I wasn't ready for. A week later, I'm served with papers. Derek is suing me for emotional distress, saying my lie caused him severe psychological harm. The lawsuit goes public, my name in local news blogs, she faked a pregnancy to trap him. A headline I can't escape, a shame I can't hide, a mark I can't erase. It's 3 months after the lawsuit hit the news, and I'm sitting on the floor of my empty apartment in Capitol Hill, the walls bare, the radiator off, the air cold, my hands holding a chipped mug of tea that's gone cold, my eyes staring at the eviction notice on the coffee table. The paper a sign of my failure, a reminder of my shame, a mark of my loss. The apartment is empty, my furniture sold to pay legal fees, my plants dead in the corner, a sign of a life I've lost, a love I've ruined, a dream I've broken. A single light bulb flickers above me, the shadows on the floor a reminder of how far I've fallen, how much I've lost, how broken I am. I've been alone since the truth came out, my phone quiet, my inbox empty, my social media dead, my friends gone, my family disappointed, my life empty, my heart heavy, my soul tired. I lost my job at Brewhaven, my boss. We can't have this kind of drama here. Kaitlyn, a rejection that hurt, a rejection that left me alone, a rejection that broke me. My coworkers stopped talking to me, their whispers behind the counter a stab in the back. There, she's the one who faked a pregnancy, a judgment I can't escape, a judgment I can't fight, a judgment I can't forget. I've been trying to find a new job, but it's been hard. Every application feels like a long shot, every rejection a reminder of how far I've fallen, every "we're sorry," but a blow to my already fragile hope. I applied at a diner down the street, hoping they'd take me on as a waitress, but the manager took one look at my resume and said, "We've heard about you, Kaitlyn. We can't take the risk." I left the diner with my head down, the shame burning in my chest, the feeling of being unwanted following me like a shadow, the reality of my situation sinking in deeper with every step. I run into Lily at a grocery store in Queen Anne, the lights bright, the aisles busy, her expression a mix of pity and judgment. Her "I didn't expect to see you here, Kaitlyn," a comment I can't respond to, a comment I can't handle. She moves her cart closer, her Derek's a mess, but he's trying to move on a truth that hurts, a truth that cuts me, a truth that breaks me. She keeps going, her "You really hurt him, Kaitlyn. How could you do that?" A question I can't answer, a question I can't face. I stand there, my cart holding just a loaf of bread, my mind spinning with the thought that Derek was trying to make us work while I was tearing us apart, a thought that hurts more than I expected, a regret that stays with me, a pain that won't leave. I've been trying to move on, walking along the Seattle waterfront at dusk, the air cold, the sound of the water calming, the quiet matching my loneliness, the rain matching my sadness. I pass by a street performer playing a violin, the sad music matching how I feel, a reminder of the songs Derek and I used to listen to, a memory of the nights we'd dance in his apartment, a memory of a love I've lost. I stop by the water, thinking about a night last summer when Derek and I came here, the sun setting, his "You make everything better," Kaitlyn a whisper as he held me, his arms warm, his laugh soft, a moment that felt like a promise, a moment I've now ruined, a moment I'll never get back. I think about how happy we were that day, how I felt like nothing could tear us apart, how I believed we'd be together forever, and I feel the tears well up in my eyes, the guilt of what I've done weighing on me, the realization that I've lost him because of my own choices, the pain of knowing I can't go back and fix it. I've been looking for jobs, my resume full of barista work and dead ends, the rejections piling up, the "we're sorry," but a constant answer, a constant reminder of my failure. But every time I try to move forward, I think about that night at the Rusty Anchor, the way Lily saw me, the way I lied to her, the way I broke Derek's trust, the way I ruined everything. I think about the lies, the way I thought I could keep them hidden, the way I thought I could save my relationship, the way I thought I could have it all. I think about the moment Derek found out, the moment he left, the moment he sued me, the moment he moved on. I think about what I could have done differently, what I might have missed, what I might have done to keep Derek, to keep my job, to keep my friends, to keep my life. I think about the guilt that's eating me, the shame I can't shake, the regret that keeps me up at night, the realization that I've hurt the one person I loved most, the understanding that I've lost everything because of my own choices. I think about how I got here, how I let myself fall so far, how I ignored the warning signs, how I let my fear of being alone drive me to this, how I made a choice that I can't take back, a choice that's cost me everything. I tell myself I did it for love, that I was trying to keep us together, that I was scared of losing him, that I didn't mean for it to go this far, that I didn't want to hurt anyone, but deep down, I know those are just excuses, ways to make myself feel better, ways to avoid the truth that I messed up, that I'm the one to blame, that I'm the one who ruined everything. But then I stop, my hands tightening into fists, my tears falling onto the eviction notice, my heart heavy with a story I can't let go, a story I can't change. It's not my fault, it's his, it's Derek, it's always been Derek. He never loved me the way I needed, never saw my worth, never understood my fears, never cared enough. He made me feel small, made me feel worthless, made me feel desperate, made me lie. I stand up, the floor creaking, my tears falling, my voice breaking as I whisper. He took everything I had. He took my love, he took my hope, he took my future, he took my world, and I'll never forgive him, I'll never forget him, I'll never let him win. I pack up the last of my things. The apartment quiet, the city moving on outside, the rain still falling, the sky gray, the sound of a fairy horn, a reminder of the world I've lost. My heart heavy but my mind set, my future unclear but my sadness constant, my pain deep but my guilt deeper, my story unfinished but my shame real, my strength fading, my hope gone, my life a struggle, one day at a time, one breath at a time, my sorrow, my guilt, my loneliness, my shame, my collapse, my void. My torment,